Welcome to the Now to Next podcast, where every week we provide wisdom on how to press play after a traumatic pause. If you are starting up or starting over in any area of your life or your business, subscribe and listen as we share real life stories from actual people who have pressed play and are winning after nearly losing it all. And now, your host, Octoryia Robinson.
Hi there, everyone. This is Octoryia Robinson. I am so incredibly honored that you decided to tune in and subscribe to our podcast, Now to Next. I must share with you, this is something that is so near and dear to my heart. I've spent the better part of the last year searching and researching, and in my case, because my faith is an incredible part of my journey, I've been praying how to create a meaningful, impactful, value-adding experience for those who have experienced something so traumatic. It feels like their world has come to a crushing halt. I'm not speaking from a class I attended or a seminar that I was enriched by. Guys, I'm speaking from being one of those people myself. I cannot describe to you the pain, the shame, the fear, just the complete terror of moving forward that I lived through for almost 15 years. I tried, and I tried some more. I couldn't achieve my way out of trauma. I couldn't speak my way out of trauma. I couldn't even love my way out of trauma. It was something that I had to deal with. I hid it and I thought no one saw it. But even if they didn't see it, they experienced it. And you know what that did, guys? That left me stuck. Yeah, I had a lot of things going on in my world. I had a family. I had friends, or what I defined as friends at that time. I had a pretty great career and even a pretty decent income. But if you could take my heart and put it in a giant size shredder, that's just how broken I was. Trying to live a life with a heart that was broken into 1 trillion pieces was something exceptionally difficult. But I'm here today, gratefully, in such a different position. And it has become my life's mission to help people just like me be able to press play. Even if you felt like your life has been on pause for decades, I am believing and working diligently with friends and colleagues and professionals to bring stories, true stories, not ones they've read, but their life stories of how they've pressed play after a divorce, after being molested, after cancer, after a traumatic diagnosis, after loss. Physical loss, financial loss, loss in business, loss in ministry, loss, guys. We're bringing people that are bringing stories, and they're giving you tools that they use them to press play. That's something to get excited about. I can see in my heart's eye that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there who need to hear this. And this is why we'll bring it to you every single Monday. We're going to help you transfer those traumatic achievements into purpose-filled achievement points in your life. In my book that I authored, it's called Unraveled Potential. I really begin to crack open what a traumatic achievement is. And in simple terms, it's something that we do that's disconnected or disassociated from who we actually are. Do you have any of those on your shelf? I do. Man, I went to so many schools and got so many certificates. I promise to goodness, I don't even remember half of all of what I've done or why I did it. But I did it because I was broken and I was looking for value in achievements instead of finding value in who I was. But I was so incredibly broken again. It was almost impossible to see and pursue life from a clear place. The pain had me all fogged up. So again, we're bringing value to people just like that. So this may help clarify if you're one of those people that will find some value in what we'll be presenting on the show through our interviews, through our conversations, through the stories that will be shared, through the success that will be shared, through the tools that will be provided, through the wisdom that will be released. If you find yourself in any of these circumstances, or maybe it's something you are pursuing and working diligently with people to overcome, if you've experienced one or more traumatic situations that you've not shared in the fullness of the impact that it's had on your life, you'll find value in the Now to Next podcast. If you have taken on a full-time occupation of masking your pain, in fact, you work super hard to disguise what you've walked through and have created an illusion of success through achievements in an effort to escape what you've walked through and are currently struggling with, again, you'll find value in the Now to Next podcast. You are very conscious of how people who are in your sphere of influence perceive you. This is for you, my friends. If you have an internal struggle with coming to terms with things and subconsciously you choose denial over acceptance, my friends, this is designed for you. This show is not about shaming or exposing you. This show is about helping you decide, make that decision that you want to liberate yourself. You're done with denial and you're ready for the truth. I recall personally, literally shaving off the first 9 years of my life. I mean, it was not a thing that existed for me. You know why? I was violated, molested at the age of 9, and I refused in my conscious as well as subconscious mindset. I refused to go there again. So therefore, I lived a life without 9 years of who I was, denying the impact, the pain, the shame, and all of that was associated with it. I somehow convinced myself that denial was freedom from it, but it was actually bondage to it. Guys, the Now to Next stories and truth and people that will be coming here sharing deep and painful yet powerful stories. It's here to help you come to terms with what's happened to you, even if you've never dealt with it. It doesn't matter if you're 56 years old and this is something you lived your entire life denying. You got this, friends. We got wisdom to help you press play, and the rest of your life can be the best of your life, and that's our sincerest prayer. I have a few more points that I want to share. Your external life does not match your eternal emotional world or mental headspace. I found that the greatest tragedy in my life was the lack of identity. It wasn't what I didn't have or what I walked through. It was the fact that I was living a life that wasn't actually the life that I desired to live. It wasn't me. Man, it's a sad day when you look in the mirror and you can't even recognize yourself, or you hear yourself speaking and you're like, who is that talking? I mean, that's how I felt, because my external world was out to please people and be accepted and not solicit any type of sympathy for the things that I've walked through. But the reality was I needed it. I actually needed it. So guys, we're going to help you come to one place that you can unify your external world with your internal world. Our show is not about perfection, but it's about purpose. We will interview professional therapists, psychologists, and all that jazz. But more importantly, we're going to interview people who have walked through this, lived through, and overcome it. I believe the value that it is going to bring to you is going to change you from the inside out, my friends. So the goal of this very first show is to paint a picture, build an expectation, stir a desire and a hunger in you for your next, not an escape. I must caution you, your next is not running away from what you've been through or what you're walking through. Your next is about you going to a purpose-filled point in your destiny, what you were put on this planet to experience. I believe this so much in my heart that I'm going on a limb to host a show in a way that I've never hosted a show, but I care so deeply about you and I've not even met you. I hope to hear from you by you guys emailing me, sharing what you've been able to overcome as a result of interviews or wisdom that was shared or stories that were really touching and empowered you or inspired you to open up. I look forward to hearing those stories. In fact, I welcome them. You guys, I believe we're going to be great friends, and we together are going to be able to powerfully, not pitifully, if that's a word, we're going to be able to powerfully take our foot, even the one that was weighed down with trauma. We're going to be able to take that foot and move it from this now and get it into our next. I believe in your potential. I believe in your purpose. I believe in your vision. I believe in your mission in life. And again, my prayer is that every moment, every minute of this show will add value to getting you to be able to press play after a traumatic pause. You got this, my friend. So rather, my thoughts, my prayers, my commitment remains to you, my friends. We will do this. It will be an epic remainder of 2018 and an awesome kickoff to 2019. Tune in to our next episode, guys, where I cannot wait. It's going to be a surprise when you hear the story of this person. After all life gave them, they were able to press play, and so can you. Until next week's friends, I will chat with you soon. Have an epic week.
Thank you for tuning into our podcast today. For all things Launch Now, log on to launchnowus.com for info on products, resources, and upcoming events. We are looking forward to connecting with you and enriching your life through our next episode. And remember, you have what it takes to press play. Have a super duper epic week.